Martin. Martin. He's competing.
Yeah,
in the
Martin.
pro.
I'm
But,
so
like,
proud of him because I remember that.
Come on. He guest posted at my show in Wyoming.
Really?
Yes.
You kind of discovered them.
No. He was coming out to Wyoming, and he actually competed there, and then he guest posted for me one year. So it's like, man, like the potential.
I know, but
he was such a young guy.
I remember you wanted us to put him on the channel.
Oh, yeah?
We did the interview in Venice. He was just like a little kid. You don't remember that?
No.
Yes.
And I said, "How get this guy?"
Yes. And he was tiny, and now he's kicking ass.
Well, he was probably like 20.
He was very. We're back.
Dude, it seems like we do this every day. Why does it seem like we're in...
Deja vu, I guess.
Well, I think I'm on a camera every day.
Oh, you must be, yeah. Big ups to your El Carney team, dude. People have been loving it.
It's going crazy on TikTok right now.
Is it? Mm-hmm. You sell a lot?
Yes. This flavor is the best flavor you've ever had.
I heard.
Well, you haven't tried it? I mean,
No, I gave one to Merlin, like you said, and I gave one to Jen, but Jen loves it. Yeah.
Did you witness my Cinco de Mayo video?
Yeah. Dude, you're really coming out of your box. I was shocked.
Could you see it was me or?
Well, yeah, but
This is the next skit.
He's buying the costume.
Reno 911. Have you seen this movie?
No.
It's pretty funny, actually. So I'm dressing up, and this is a cool skit for
man.
for an amplified pump. And I got the special. I got a mustache kit here too.
Oh, dude. I've seen the mustache and.
Well, I mean, I had the mustaches from. Remember when we did the.
Inside the store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kick the other protein.
Yeah. That was good.
All right, so we're back for jaywalking. A very, very good time for me because I actually have been home. I didn't travel last weekend. This current weekend, and hopefully we probably will not post this until after, but I'm heading to Modesto, California for Protein House.
Yeah, Andy told me.
Grand opening.
He's excited.
Yeah, so they're super excited to have me up there. To appear. So I'm going up there, flying up. Andy and I are flying up actually Saturday morning.
Okay.
And flying back Saturday night.
Nice.
So.
You know, we never showed his second Protein House in Vegas. We never filmed there. We were supposed to.
On Blue Diamond?
Yep.
Really?
Yep. We talked about it, but we never did.
Did you go over there and eat it all? Or?
Sometimes.
Yeah,
it's nice.
You guys looking for healthy food. That's one thing about Vegas. Don't you think we have a lot of options?
Yes.
Teriyaki Boy.
It's nice.
Protein House, Protein Source.
Oh, I don't know Protein Source.
Protein.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
I mean, we have so many.
Yeah, it's great.
I mean, Teriyaki Madness, I guess, is in between.
Not even in California anymore.
What is it?
Well, we used to have kukurus and all these, but it's not very.
Well, I mean, you're anti-California as it is, so.
I know, but I kind of find it weird that Vegas had all those spots.
I mean, the health aspect is definitely different.
Yeah.
Do you want to be on camera with that face, or?
I don't care.
Oh, Angie.
I don't care. That's how I look up, okay?
Tell everyone what this is.
This is a dead moss mask. It minimizes your pores and tightens your skin.
What do you mean dead moss?
It's like a dead moth. It's called dead moss. That's what it's called. Mask. I put it on you. That's why you look nice and clean. And
Oh.
I don't know if I've done this.
Yes, you've done it. You
How
hated
long
it.
ago?
A while ago.
Yeah.
And this is the only man I know in history that your girl puts you on a nice table, does a nice spa thing, and he's like, hurry up, I'm over it.
You guys know how that is, right? All right, so we're gonna go for our jaywalk, guys. It's okay. Capone, you ready to go? He's been standing, looking, and waiting for us to say.
Let's go.
Let's go. Are you ready to go?
Go ahead.
Yes, you guys are talking too much.
Come on, let's go.
Go.
Okay, so we're gonna head out and jaywalk.
All right. Right. A little bit of wind today, but not too bad.
Yeah. I mentioned that everywhere I go, people talk about jaywalking. So it blows my mind, honestly. You know, we have the big Pittsburgh show this weekend. With
Oh,
all the
right.
guest posers. You
Right.
see that this like slowly adding people. You know what's kind of cool is that not only like the anticipation of Big Ramy and what Derek's going to look like.
Is Big Ramy going?
Chips and all these guys. Yes, supposedly he's going to show up.
Oh, wow.
And he's kind of been underground for a minute.
Yeah.
But they also have the classic guys. Bumstead always comes and talks every year. But Urs from Germany, he's flying over.
Oh.
And now Ramon just announced he's going to show up.
Okay.
So I assume that those guys might try to do a little
You're going to hype the whole thing.
rivalry type thing, on stage.
Yeah.
When I used to travel to, this was our, we're in the early stages of May, right?
Yeah.
Usually it was the first weekend of May, but remember, this was the final, countdown to before we went into hiding and into preparation.
Yeah.
Before, me and Ronnie would just they would start building the momentum for the September Olympia.
Yeah.
This year it's obviously October, but man, those memories of, anticipation of, I remember training Dave and actually getting, I would make sure I was eating my meals and
Yeah.
making sure, because I knew I was getting on stage. And,
Yep.
the way the lineup usually went, I mean, it's changed since then because now you have so many guys showing up, but it would be like the tiers of the top five. So it would be fifth, fourth, third, second, first. So Ronnie would always go last. And then, of course, we'd have a big pose down, right?
Yeah.
And off season means nothing. And you know how many big dudes there are in the gym
I know.
versus, the guys that are lean and in shape? I mean, that's the crazy part is I think now, I don't know what your perception is, but wouldn't you prefer a leaner, more athletic build rather than someone that's just big and bulky?
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
I felt like when I used to train for these shows, I have people telling me, hey, you're getting huge, when I would train for the contest when I'd actually lose 30 pounds. Come on. And it was kind of it was a little backwards because you just appear so much bigger when you're cut.
I know.
So that's why I instill this more healthy lifestyle on people, and that's why I think cardio. Think about how cardio's worked into people's regimens now. I think now every bodybuilder at a certain level, especially at the top level, puts some sort of cardio work in their routine where we never did.
Yeah.
Ever. I mean, we never did cardio, bro.
Well, how did you always stay so lean all the time?
The training speed.
Oh.
Remember how fast I would
Yes.
train? And the amounts of sets, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about, shocking your nervous system when you're training at that much weight, using that much core.
Yeah.
Training at the speed that I did.
That's true.
It was very beneficial for that.
That's true. Right.
So that's where I think it comes into play, and that's where my theories that I always instill upon people is have a good tempo when you train.
Yeah.
So if you're training with a partner, the partner goes, you go. And if you're training by yourself, I think that's why, not necessarily, I mean, in the beginning you probably watch a clock, but what I would kind of do is I would kind of journal everything.
Yeah.
And that would give me time between the sets. If I was training by myself, I'd write down, okay, I just did da-da-da-da-da, and then I would change the weight, usually because I pyramid up.
I see.
And then I would go with it from there.
I see.
That's why I hated training at busy gyms, because if I had to wait for something, it messed with my tempo.
Yes.
And I still think to this day, I did legs yesterday, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to front squat, which I haven't done free weights in a while.
Wow.
So I loaded up the front squat, I put a plate on each side and a 25, 185. And I was doing leg presses at that time, so I took the time between, because I wasn't pyramiding up, I was at my max weight.
Uh-huh.
And I did 3 sets at the max weight.
Yeah.
So when I was doing in between sets, I'm like, I'm going to set up the next exercise and get the weights ready.
Okay.
And then actually for what I did is I did one set of leg press, and then I did 1 set of front squat, and then I went back and did 1 set of leg press, and then finished, put the weights away, and then went back to front squatting.
Okay.
So I kind of not I kind of did a Milos giant set.
Like a little super set, yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. Without, obviously rest between. But.
Yeah. But I remember loving to see the Pittsburgh guest posing and stuff because it was like a big indication
this is like, remember, it's like Derek's like coming when he actually wasn't planned to guest pose, then he did, and they kind of coaxed him into doing, hey, you need to leave the 212 and do the open.
It's a huge preview of what's going to happen at the Olympia. Yeah,
huge preview.
Yeah, and it's great.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's really, when that's why I love competition, and why anyone, even at a level that maybe you just enjoy doing it, should get on a bodybuilding stage once, because it's nice to have incentive, number one, to keep pushing yourself, but to really see how you compare, because there's so many people out there with the potential to do great things on the stage, but they'll never know because they never really want to get on stage. So I love when I go to my shows, I have these events, and next one being Virginia.
Oh, yeah.
To be able to see, I mean, hey, how many first timers do we have here? You should see the hands, Dave, lately.
Lots.
So many. I would say over 75%.
Wow.
Of these contests, it's first time people.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And they're nervous.
Of course.
I always tell people, like, listen, the people that are experienced, have done other shows before, please comfort these people and put them
at ease.
Yes, at ease a little bit, right?
Yeah. Wow, it's great. So the sport's growing.
It's growing, but once again, I mean, I'll state this straight up: they're giving way too many pro cards.
I know.
I really think people say, "What's wrong with bodybuilding?" I would definitely say the pro cards. Definitely, it's a problem.
Yeah, I agree.
Right?
I agree. I think you got to make it prestigious to be a pro. Back in the day, it was.
Don't you think the USA should have like the top person in the class win?
Yeah.
And it should be like the top two, because that's what they do, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's too much.
I know.
In nationals, I mean, obviously the class winners, but they have so many other ways now, with the junior USAs and all these other things, obviously, but I think the winners should be the ones.
Yeah.
Instead of having...
Back in the day, could you actually get your pro card at the junior USA or national?
No.
That's right.
But you get it only in like classic and bikini right now. So not the open bodybuilding, you understand?
But why? Why at all?
That's an organizational answer.
Okay.
But I think, because this is what's happening, is you're getting all these pros and no one's competing, Dave.
That's right.
Who are the new guys besides like Carlos Thomas Jr., Beef Stew, and all these, Justin Shire, and
I don't even know any of these names.
Martin. Martin, he's competing.
Yeah, Martin.
Pro.
I'm so proud of him, because I remember that.
He guest posed at my show in Wyoming.
Really?
Yes.
You kind of discovered them.
No. He was coming out to Wyoming, and he actually competed there, and then he guest posed for me one year. So it's like, man, like the potential. He was such a young guy.
I remember you wanted us to put him on the channel.
Oh, yeah?
We did the interview in Venice. He was just like a little kid. You don't remember that?
No.
Yes.
And I said, how get this guy on?
Yes. And he was tiny. And now he's kicking ass.
Well, he was probably like 20.
He was barely.
Do you remember how old
I think
he was?
you met him with his dad, or something like that.
No, he came to Wyoming. He competed there.
Anyway,
he was going to school out there.
You said you talked to my boy Dave, and we're gonna put you on the channel and stuff. And he was tiny.
How many years ago was that?
Dude.
You remember? You should go back. You should pull it up. You should try to find it.
Oh my God!
Find it and put a little clip. Can you put a little clip in this video?
I'm gonna have to dig. Man. Yeah. He was so tiny. I mean, good body, But
yeah, dude, he's potentially gonna push Walker. Antonio Burton. I mean, he probably is touted as one of the top 3.
Really?
Yeah, he won He won.
Is he doing New York?
Yes.
Okay, wow.
In a week. So he's gonna. I think he's guest posing this weekend.
Okay.
I think he's guest posing out there. So
He's so nice.
So we'll talk about this next week. You know, we'll be jaywalking again early next week. So.
Yeah.
You know, we'll talk about this and maybe show a little clip.
I'll look for the video.
But let's add this video. Maybe you can find a clip of like Ronnie and I guest posing from back in the day.
Who?
Ronnie and myself.
Oh, okay.
Some Dexter and the guys, and then maybe throw in the clip of like him on our channel, Martin.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll look. I mean, in a couple of days because it's like
Yeah, it's okay.
probably waiting.
But big shout out to you guys that keep following the channel. Like I said, and I entice everyone to maybe get on a bodybuilding stage. If you guys are second guessing that, this is your push, right? You're following Jaywalking. My phone's ringing off the wall.
You're busy today. Yeah.
But shout out to you guys. Keep following the videos. Like, subscribe, follow. Make sure you guys subscribe. Like, ring that
And
bell,
share,
right?
please. Yes.
Share the video, and we'll see you guys at the next Jaywalk.
All right, cool.
No mercy for you, no worries for you. That Game of Thrones, go Cersei on you. I flip the script, I roll the dice. Don't fall asleep, cause I'm working nights. Hey, you trying to shut me